readers, I'm Jessie Quinn from Cup of Books, and today I'm doing my BookTube-A-Thon wrap-up video, where I'm gonna wrap it up. First, I just want to thank Raleen from Pathfinder Prongs 07 and Ariel from ArielBissett for organizing this event. It was a lot of fun, and I imagine y'all worked really hard on it. Because of my schedule last week, I set very low goals for BookTube-A-Thon. I wanted to finish at least 3 books and maybe complete a challenge or 2 if I happen to be able to do so. I realized that some people went on to read almost 30 books last week, but I was trying to be a little realistic. During BookTube-A-Thon, I finished Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston, which was 193 pages and also fulfilled the Read a Classics challenge. I gave this novel 5 out of 5 stars on my Goodreads account, and I'm considering doing a full review on it sometime in August. We shall see. Then I listened to and finished the audiobook of MirrorMask by Neale Gaimen, which was narrated by Stephanie Leonidas. According to Goodreads, the physical copy of this book is 80 pages, so that's the page count I used in my total. I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars only because if you've seen the movie, it doesn't really add anything more to that story. However, it was a delightful audiobook to listen to right before bed. Over the last few days of BookTube-A-Thon, I finished The Vampire Armand by Anne Rice, which is 388 pages. This book has been sitting on my shelf since high school, and so it fulfilled the read a book that's been sitting on your shelf forever challenge. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars, and even though I am not that attached to Armand as a character, this book did make me more interested in him, and it certainly made me interested in rereading the previous 5 books in the series, and then maybe finishing the rest of the series. Maybe. And finally, while I did not finish this book, I did read the first 267 pages of The Faceless Ones by Landey, which is the 3rd book in his Skulduggery Pleasant series. Originally, I started listening to the audiobook with this one, but I had a little trouble staying focused, so I ended up downloading the ebook so I could read along. I have the first 3 books in the series on audiobook, and I accidentally started the 3rd one during BookTube-A-Thon, but I sort of was treating the Read-A-Thon as I treat NaNoWriMo, which is when I make a mistake, I just keep going. And for that reason, I haven't really decided a rating on this book yet because it's part of a series. I'd like to read the first 2 before I make my final decision. I will say I did really enjoy this, even if I was a little confused. Also on Sunday night, I did finish a very short nonfiction book called Little Known Facts About Well-Known Places, the Disneyland edition by David Hoffman. I'm not including that book in my total page count for the week, mostly because there's only about 6 to 10 words per page, because it's just a little coffee table book with facts about Disneyland. It's not like a book. As a result, I read 928 pages and completed 3 out of the 7 challenges set for BookTube-A-Thon. I told myself I wanted to finish 3 books, and I did do that, even though, you know, MirrorMask was quite short. But I finished it. I ended up picking the challenges that worked with the books I wanted to read that week, and that helps me complete at least 3 of the challenges, which I think is pretty good. Since BookTube-A-Thon has been over, I managed to finish The Faceless Ones, the 3rd book in the Skulduggery Pleasant series by Landey, and I have ordered physical copies of the first 2 books in the series. That way I can read along with the other 2 audiobooks I have of the first 2 books in the series. And then I also have a stack of comics I need to get through so I can finally do a comics corner for the end of this month, because while I bought comics last week, it was BookTube-A-Thon, so I did not read them. If you participate in BookTube-A-Thon, let me know how you're sort of taking care of yourself after such a frantic week of reading. Remember that you don't have to be reading all the time, and particularly after a reading challenge like BookTube-A-Thon, it's totally okay to veg out for a while. I'm definitely going to be rewatching a lot of Justice League episodes on Netflix this week, so I'm not going to judge.